Well, hey, Backwoods, how you doing? Man, a lot of good live streams going on tonight. You got Grant McIntosh is doing his. He's got a good stream going. Jeremy, I just left his. He's got a good stream going. So, Backwoods, what's going on tonight? Got a splitting headache. And here I am calling on a turkey call. It's getting that time of year, man. I don't know what fires me up more, turkeys or ducks or turkeys. Hey, Dunlap, how you doing, buddy? I got my turkey call, and I'm just sitting there playing with it. You got just a regular headache, or you got a migraine? Hey, Boxy, how you doing? Hey, got you muted still at ER. Wait. Hey, Raymond. Binkno Bunch is in here. Joe Morgan. Yeah, Joe, hang on a second. Yo, Jeremy, what's up? Oh, this is one of my favorite calls. Boxy, I'm gonna show it to you. It's a slate call. Can you see it? And it's hollow on the inside. Jeremy Raid, yeah. I don't know what happened to Jay at the Binkle Bunch. I don't know what's going on. It's got a piece of glass boxy on the back, but I never can get it roughed up enough to use it. W6, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, it is a custom made call. I can't even remember who made it now. Hang on, let me turn a bigger light on. I've had it for so long I can't even read the writing on it. Holy crap, Jay! I don't know if you can hear us or not. Guys, hey Grant, how you doing, buddy? Hey, great live, by the way. Fell at work with a heavy joint of pipe. My head and hand broke. Pipes fall. Okay. Guys, if y'all don't mind, let's send some prayers out to Jay and the Binknell bunch. Hope he gets better. Yeah, really. Hey, Jeremy, you're back. Doing good, Jeremy. How about you? I'm ready. Oh, man. Hey, Rob, how you doing? Survival LT, how you doing? Seems like everybody in here is saying hey to everybody. I'm just worried about Jay right now, man. I'll be quite honest with you. Well, thanks, Boxy. Yeah, I have called in quite a few turkeys with that slate. I'm ready to do some fishing too. Hopefully, this Wednesday. I got Wednesday off this week. It's the only day I got off, and I am ready. I want to catch me some fish. More than likely, it'll be bass, but I am going to try for the brim. Crappie starting to bite where W6 is. Yeah, our crappie have been biting. I'm just going to I'm going to a pond, and there's no crappie in that pond. Dunlap's just getting home from work. ADK, how you doing? Grant, y'all had a pretty good live. I was in and out of it watching while I was cooking supper. And Jeremy had a good one. He's over there tying jigs. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Joe. BB just a strutting. Oh, I want to put the turkey flop on something this year. And I just want one. It's not like I need to go tag out. I just want one. That's all I ever ask. If I can shoot one, I'm happy. I like to film the rest of them. Yeah, I know, Joe. So Rob says that turkey season's already started down there in Florida. Anybody else's season started yet? Our starts in about, see, today's the 8th, and about a week and a half. You in full strut, don't shoot. Survival LT is getting ready to go fishing. You got W6 got about 5 weeks. Ours starts on the 22nd on private property, and then starts around April 1st for public. 25th of April. Great now. Oh, I can't wait. April 8th or 15th in Idaho. Yeah, Boxy, I didn't even shoot one last year. We had so much water on the private property that I have. I was flooded out, and the turkeys never came back to it. And we're still flooded. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hunt the private property that I got. I'm just going to have to wait and see what happens the next 2 weeks. And then hope for when the public season opens up, I got some spots that I can go try. Backwoods got a black bear opens up in a month, really. You getting any big beavers there at 80K? Ain't that the truth, Backwoods? Well, let's see here what's going on. Still working on the weight. Still working on that. The channel, I'm still struggling. I've got 935 last time I looked, and seems like every time I get a subscriber, I lose 2 or 3. I don't know what's going on with that. But Rob asked, that Shiner guy asked me to want to know what my hours were, and right now I'm at 3,200 hours, just over it. I think it's 3,211. So that's where I'm at on my hours. The one today was 45 pounds. The biggest ever was 72. Yeah, 80K. I'm getting, yeah, you're right, Shiner. I am getting close. 80K. We had a police car one time, was headed back from the jail, and a beaver crossed the road and he didn't see it and he hit it and ended up wrecking the patrol car. Hit him with his front tire and he went airborne into a swamp. Yeah, Rob, I'm getting close. I'm working now on watch hours now, trying to get and views. So that's what I'm kind of concentrating on. But that's what's going on as far as the channel goes. I still got some videos that I'm working on. Got some other things that I'm working on about it. Yeah, it was absolutely nuts. 80K. I'll never, when he called me and said he hit something, he didn't know what he hit, and he was in the swamp. And I got to him, and sure enough, we had to call a wrecker to get him out of the trees. And I went walking back up the road and found dead beavers in the road. I guesstimated that beaver to weigh somewhat over 50 pounds. Yeah, it's a rolling total for the last. I did a lifetime yesterday, and it's the lifetime on the from the time, and it stated from the time I started the channel to today's date, and it was at 3211, I think. Sunfish, how you doing, buddy? Nice little fish you caught the other day. I'm hoping to put some of them in the boat Wednesday. I'm not going to be as kind as you and Rob, though. I'm looking for something to eat. Thanks a lot, Boxy. Yeah, Joe, and I think, hold on, Joy. What are we going to do about the flooded unharvested corn was over? It's killing the migration of flowers. Joy, I'm 100% with you on that. Harvey Black, how you doing? Yeah, Joe, I think I'm not sure if that's what has happened, but right after I got that really big raid, which trust me, I'm very appreciative of. I'm very appreciative of that, but I don't think I've got the supporters that are continuing to watch that came off that, and I think that YouTube is thinking that they may be I don't know, spam maybe. Yeah, you're right, Backwoods. And Joey, I will get back with you on this in just a second. We'll talk about it a little bit tonight. How about that? But just give me a little second to catch up on some chat. Dark 30 Outdoors, how you doing, bud? Well, Rob, I sure do appreciate it. Yeah, yeah, you're right, Backwoods, and it's you know, like I said, I'm very appreciative of everybody coming in that night. It surprised the crap out of me, and I had a good stream. But I think it's a lot of them were not in my niche, you know. And I know it's mainly duck hunting, um, but you know, I do other things as far as hunting and fishing is concerned. And either they're just not into the outdoors like that, or that, and you're right, they're just probably in the niche that person's in. But again, in case somebody's listening, I am very appreciative of it. You know, I really am. Hang on a second. I just got a message. I need to look at this. Okay. I got to get some work done on my boat. And the guy, I sent him a message this morning and he just got back with me. A man down. Oh, somebody down? Somebody go down? Oh, well. Well, I do appreciate it, ADK. Joey Stewart, how you doing? All right, so let's see here. Scott, how you doing? Joy, I hope I'm not sure if I'm gonna pronounce this right. Galatas, is that Galatas? Is that right? Anyway, yeah, I am very much against um, planting corn for the sole purpose. Good enough. Okay, I'm sorry, man, if I butchered that, and I apologize. But I am against the sole purpose of planting corn, or, a matter of fact, any grain crop, for the sole purpose of uh, harvesting waterfowl. Um, Now, if you plant that crop and you harvest that crop, and whatever's left on the ground, because you know you're gonna, I mean, if anybody's, I'm not a farmer, guys, but I do know that there is spillage. Okay, it happens. So if it's on the ground, that's fine. But if it's you know, so if they harvest it, then I don't have a problem with that, not one bit. I don't have a problem in moist soil habitat, manipulating the ground to grow stuff like smartweed and so forth. Don't have a problem with that at all. And everybody. So what's the difference for flooding corn for ducks or planting food plots for deer or turkeys? All right. So what happens is, um, and I'm no biologist, W6. Okay, I am no biologist. But what happens is it's called a short stopping, and it's, I mean, simplest terms, short stopping, and it is also it can change a migration route. From everything that I have read, and there's two different sides of this. There's one side that says it doesn't, one side that says it does. Hey, Field God, how you doing? So, you know, it's almost like you got to choose sides here. And which, if you look at their one's data, one's going to say one thing, the other side's going to say the other thing. But I've seen it where uh, ducks that get on these grain crops that are flooded. I mean, it is just like if you were to pour a bag of corn out and hunt ducks over it. The the and I'm trying to look at the hey Muttramp. I'm trying to look at the chat and trying to talk at the same time, so I'm just going to leave chat alone for a while. When we're talking about migratory game birds, we're not talking. There's a total difference in with migratory game birds and say deer or anything else. Migratory game birds are regulated through the federal government. Period. They are. You have U.S. Fish and Game, and they set out rules and regs. And I can't figure out why it is okay to plant corn, flood it, but yet you can't take a bag and dump it. Okay? Now, some people will argue that the ducks have to pull the corn stalk, pull the corn off the stalk. Okay? That can be an argument. And others say, well, they're going to do it anyway. So what about ponds that freeze up? These corn ponds that freeze up in the north. Well, now they have electronic devices, that can manipulate the water to keep it open. So, but to me, and again, I'm no farmer, but I've been around farming and other farmers, and not one farmer has yet to tell me that they flood it is a normal agricultural practice to flood corn. It's not normal. And you can't, in migratory game bird laws, you can't manipulate. But you're manipulating a cornfield by putting water on it. That's my whole thing right there. And it does shortstop birds. It does change the migratory patterns. I've seen it in my 48 years. And to go back to Joey's original question, well, what are we going to do about it? Well, there's only one thing we can do about it, and that's get the laws changed. Well, how do we do that? We have to go through we have to go through our state representatives. Well, good and well they're in the pockets of those big time operations, but that's the only way we can do it. Now, as far as planting for manipulating soil to grow moist soil, you're not attaining a grain crop, a cash crop. And I don't see anything wrong with that because it's there naturally. Smart weed's in the ground naturally already. The only thing that brings it up is when the ground gets manipulated by water, which is usually just rainwater. I hope I answered your question, Joy, or the best of my ability anyway, on a non-biologist look. And to get back to Joe, I do deer hunt, and yes, I do put we do food plots. Yeah, you go to a refuge, if you're looking at a refuge, that's what they were originally designed for, was for that. And planting either corn or rice on a refuge, I actually think it's needed on those refuges because, as I've said 100 times and will continue to say, ducks need three things. They need food, water, and rest. Now, getting them off the refuges can be a troublesome matter. A personal thought is a very limited exposure to hunting on those refuges, but and you got to have, you're right. And that all comes in food, water, and rest in the water area, because nature, they got to have water, and it can get cold. a duck can handle a lot of cold, Grant. I mean a lot of cold. But you're right. We have not had a really harsh winter. And especially for my area, which is the Atlantic Flyway, we need some serious weather. From where Backwoods is over toward the Lake Erie area. And once Lake Erie starts to freeze up a little bit, then we usually see big pushes. You got 3 big refuges and habitat flats an hour west of me. Yeah, I'm surprised you're actually seeing anything W6, to be quite honest. Laura the Explorer's in the house. Hey, how you doing? If I missed someone, please forgive me. I was trying to talk about something and I had to concentrate on it and wasn't paying attention to the I wasn't paying attention to the chat. Yeah, John, but I mean, a duck can take a lot of weather. I mean, he really can. If you take Joe, just to give an example, let's say you plant let's just throw a number out there and say a 10-acre corn pond. Even if it freezes up solid, ducks can still get to that corn. So they've got food. And what is it for a duck to fly 50 to 100 miles below to fly 50 or so miles below the ice line to get water? They do it all the time. You're right, Joy. And so, I mean, you may get a couple, I mean, seriously, you may get several feet of snow on the ground, which is just going to move them just a little ways. And you've got to actually freeze the fields up, especially out west. When we're talking about that, especially out west, and when I mean out west, anything west of the Mississippi, you've got to, the ground's got to freeze. They can't be able to get to whatever the spent corn. That was the old thinking. Now it's already up above, and they can walk on the ice. I've had people tell me once that ducks won't get on ice. Bull. That's bull. They will get on. They will walk on ice. They got no problem with it. So, and they can. I mean, I've seen summer ducks, or what most people call wood ducks, swimming in the water, jump out of the water 5 to 10 feet to get spalkerberry bush or button bush seeds off the trees. And yeah, you're right, Backwoods. I know, Joe. I know that you're not a hunter, and a lot of times people, they don't understand certain baiting laws. But when you're talking about big game, M&K, how you doing? Well, I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you so much. Not a problem, Jeremy. Vidra, how you doing? But we bait for deer. I bait for deer all the time. I poured corn out. It's legal here. I baited. We made food plots for deer and hogs. Okay, but we're not. There's a slight difference in what's going on there. You're not really. I mean, yes, deer can move at will, but they don't migrate. as in what we as in how ducks migrate. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. MK, thanks so much for coming in. Well, exactly. Those are the words I was trying to find, Joy. Thanks so much. That's what I was trying. I couldn't get the words. I think it was like 1980s. It's been a while since I've looked at those stats, but they actually changed the laws where they could grow corn or grow a grain crop, I should say, not just and then flood it for. They actually changed it. Oh, whoa! Wait a minute. No, what we talking about? Hey, Cody, how you doing? 1988, 1989. Thanks, Joy. Wait a minute. What happened? Dark 30. What's going on? Did I miss something? Hey, not a problem, Vitra. Oh, okay. Okay. Whew. All right. I got you now. Ah, okay. All right. I got it now. When Becca put up the link. Okay. And you were teasing. Okay. Good. Like, what the heck? Y'all gotta slow down for this old man. What did I walk in? Who knows, Cody? I have no. I don't even have any idea what's going on. It's my own stream. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, you were. I'm like, what the heck? I done lost my train of thought. All right, you being in the bathtub watching me on a live stream is kind of, well, I won't go there tonight. I mean, all I can think of is a prison scene with all them tat sleeves he's got. As long as you're in your own shower, not mine. All right, getting weirdness going on. Uh, Irene at? The only thing Irene can think of, did you film it? It's weird o'clock. Yep. Hurry back. Will the border open before next season? Who knows, man? All right. Yeah, it's kind of unnerving, Joy. Oh, I think you got the skills, and I'm quite sure you can come up with the music. And in W6, a buddy of mine was out today messing around on the lakes, and he's seen more ducks today than he has seen all season because all the ponds are starting to dry out, and they got nowhere to eat. Yeah, Venture, I need to get back in. I'm missing some steps. I need to get back on it. Boom, chicka, boom, back. Yeah, Jeremy, I know. Oh, dude, Joy, we have a Facebook group called, and I'm going to type it in here. Hope I spelled that right. The Carolina Wildlife Syndicate, and it's on Facebook here for us, and we are always in contact with our DNR and politicians, and not just about the ducks, but about a lot of things. I actually did a video on it, Joy. Several of them. We did one for. I did one here recently about putting more. They were wanting to put more grass carp in our lakes to eat what little bit of grass we do have. But I did a video. I've done several videos on it. I think I misspelled syndicate. Yeah, I did. Sorry. Yes, she is, ain't she, Joy? She is on the money. Yes, Irene. Thank you. Watch time, when I looked at it today, that's from the time I started, Jeremy, till today's date. I got 3211 watch hours. All right. After 5's in a restaurant, so I'm playing but can't hear anything. Well, why not? Let everybody hear. I might pick up a few subscribers. Who knows? I do thank you, Dark 30. I need 4,000. Yep. I need 4,000 watch hours. I'm at 3,211 last time. Last time I looked, that was earlier today. It'll probably update tomorrow. And I've got 935 as far as subscribers that I'm aware of, unless some more have come up. We got to get you up there, Bubba. Hang on one second, guys. Oh my goodness. I just got a big fish sent to me. Hang on one second. It's showing me at 936 right now. Jeremy, you get the right video, seriously, the right video, and it will explode. I had a huge channel raid, and that's what's helped me out. And this guy's got 200. Let's see if I can remember this. I came across a channel today. I'm gonna type it in. Wait a minute. Let's see if I can do it. Hang on, I'm trying to. He's not in here, but he may be listening. Okay. I just posted a channel in here. Y'all go take a look at this guy. He's got like less than 30 last time I looked. But he's got some pretty cool videos out. He's got a lot of potential. His first name is Zach, and actually, I think he is fishing with Cody from After 5 Outdoors. So if you get a chance, just go ahead and check his channel out. Jeremy, I'm still learning, buddy. What I can tell you is thumbnails and titles. Thumbnails and titles. Hey Mills, how you doing, buddy? Thumbnails and titles, Jeremy. Seriously. That's one of the biggest tickets. Thanks, Becca. I don't know. I mean, he may be watching the chat through Cody's phone. I'm not sure if they're still. They were fishing earlier. Hold on. I'm getting texts from Jay from the Binkno Bunch. He's in the ER. He had a heavy pipe hit him in the head and hand, knocked him out. His hand is super swollen. They're doing CT and X-rays right now. So I don't know if he's still. His phone's about ready to die, so he's probably not in the chat anymore. But if y'all could send some prayers, he's a really good guy, and I like him and his family a lot. So we'll be praying for him. Yeah, titles go a long way, bub. I actually changed up a couple titles on my videos today. One I did on the Pittman Robinson Act. I kind of added something to the title, and changed up when I cleaned out my duck shed. I actually put in duck shed and just changed it up a little bit and I'm gonna see how that works. Yeah, and then I was watching Grant McIntosh's live tonight, and they were at the end. Well, I had to jump off. I had to catch another live stream for Jeremy on his jig flying because I like watching that. And but they were talking about they were talking about their channels and what they need to do, and I really wish I could have watched that a lot more. Add hashtags vegan and carnivore and watch what happens. That's not a bad idea. Hurry back, Jeremy. Bass and Bank, how you doing? Channel gets about 38. I was looking at mine today, and it was saying 40%, 46% from search. Is what it said. Let me see if I can't pull that up. Let's see if I can't pull that up on a bigger screen. And hang tight. I wish I knew how to share screens. I mean, somebody showed me once, but I can't remember how to do it. Nope, that ain't what I'm looking for. Oh no, I can't find it. Find what it was saying. Oh, I can't find it now. Yeah, when North Shore did, I mean, I got a huge jump from North Shore, and then I got a huge jump from Prepping 101. But I was looking at the pyramid thing, and I can't seem to find it right now. But because I'm, kind of want to look at chat, but it had 40%, 46% on the top tier. So I don't know. Just wish I could find it again. Maybe it's here. Hang on, I'm trying to find it. There it is. Okay. Yep, under reach. Yep. Impressions is 106.4K, which is saying 69.3% from YouTube recommending my content. 3.2 CTR views from impressions, 3.5K. Watch time from impression. So that's what I've got so far. Hey, Half Crazy, how you doing, buddy? 29.5% suggested videos, 26.1% browse features. YouTube search is 23.5. Hey, Mark. We understand, Mark. You keep on doing what you're doing. I appreciate you being in here. Oh, I have no doubt that it's not going to get there. It just seems like every time I get a new subscriber, I end up losing a couple. So I'm more worried right now. I just said the heck with this. I'm not going to worry about it anymore. As far as the subscribers, they'll come, and I'm just going to go into really concentrating getting those watch hours. Yeah, Mills, I'm doing the same thing, man. Rule 1 of out of 3. But I mean, it's going to get there. It's just going to take some time. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So, but I've got some videos that I've completed. I just haven't put them out yet. In case I run into a week where I can't do nothing like this week. Well, I am going fishing Wednesday. And I'm going to upload probably one for Wednesday, this Wednesday. Al Gore and his rhythm. Victor, you got 78. Oh man, we got to get you out. We got to get you up there. Just keep plugging, man. I'm just in awe that I've got 936 people who actually sometimes watch my videos. It amazes me. Well, that's not bad. If you're getting 2 a day, that's not bad. You can't stay off the phone. Well, welcome back, Jeremy. You started a schedule every Thursday. Yeah, I do mine every Wednesday. So every Monday night it's a live, and then every Wednesday is a video. And I did a bunch of shorts that I really wasn't sure if shorts were going to work or not. But I saw something on, and I'm quite sure everybody here knows him, Brian G. Johnson, and it was like 1.3 or 1.6 billion people watch shorts a day. So I saw that the other day, so I just went in there and I'm uploading a short a day. I got 2 more that I'm gonna upload, and I think then I got to start doing some more. I just don't know enough about it, Mills. I mean, I do them. I've heard that I heard in order for them to work, you got to do them on your phone, so it looks kind of like a, um, yeah, a TikToker thing. And I don't do TikTok, so I don't know. But it has to look, it's got to look like that phone that you did it off of a phone in order for it to work. And a lot of my shorts, I just pulled them off of other videos. Yep, on the phone, vertical format. Wow, Irene, that's awesome. I'm lucky if I get 80 or 90. I'm serious. If I get 80 or 90, I'm happy. I mean, is there something special? Is there something? Y'all, if y'all see my shorts, is there something I'm doing wrong? Seriously. All right, G. Hey, man, long time no see. Welcome. YouTube says shorter the better, like 30 seconds. Well, I appreciate it, buddy. Well, I appreciate it. Have a seat, kick your shoes off, and join the conversation. No, what I'm asking is, I mean, I know it's got to be vertical and under a minute, and I got that. And I know you got to put hashtag shorts on it. But is there something else that needs to, you know, the higher the action, the better? Okay. Also, most people want funny or entertaining. Well, I can be funny and I can definitely be entertaining. Was that the chicken, Irene? I like that. I like your chicken. Irene, I'll just let you know, once I saw your chicken video, I went and got Bojangles. Big Red the Rooster. Let's see. Like a spoof or a gaff or something like that. I guess I need to. Excuse me. But that's one of the things I've been trying to figure out is the shorts. I've done about 14 or 15 of them, and I'm not really seeing anything, and it may be just the way I'm presenting it. So, I mean, I actually have a short in as my trailer, my opening page, and I think I've only got like 185 views on it. Whoops. All right, there we go. Lost the chat there for a second. All right, so what's everybody else doing tonight? Yes, I did create a shorts playlist. Entertainment, bud. Yeah. And you're right. Maybe I'm just not being entertaining enough on the shorts. Vitra's working. Yeah, I had a 12-hour day today. I had a 12-hour work day. I got home and started messing around the yard before I came in here and started doing this. You went on a date? Well, cool. Well, that ended kind of early, didn't it? No, Jeremy, I think I personally like the fly tying stuff. I kind of like it. The jig tying rather. Yeah, it does lead to other things, like spending your decoy money or your fishing money on something. Oh man. No, I really do, man. I do. Getting yourself in a frame for shorts. Ah, okay. I don't know. I just guess that, and I understand what some I forget who said it is. It's kind of like the TikTokers, like those shorter videos. Maybe it's just that age difference, where I'm trying to show stuff, not so much myself on the shorts, and maybe I need to show a little bit more of myself on the shorts. I don't know. I'm still learning about it. So Venture's working. Dark 30 came home early from a date. Jeremy is on the phone all night. What else we got going on? Spur of the moment. Yeah, and Irene's thinking about chickens. I'm sorry, Mills. Did you say something? RIG still on calls. Oh yeah, and Backwoods Barbarian took a bath. Yep. Oh man. It never ends. No, it don't. No, it don't. I got a lab over here at my feet. She's asleep and grinning all at the same time. Okay. All right, let's go here. Anybody want to come up? Anybody want to come up? Yeah, she probably is. Anybody wants to come up in the chat with me? There's the link. Just always remember that we do have kids that watch this, so keep the language to a very low roar. Would be greatly appreciated. I'm gonna be on here for about another 45 minutes to an hour. So if anybody wants to come up here and just chat, come on. The open invite. Like I said, the only thing I ask is just watch the language, because we do have small kids that do watch this. Not a problem, RIG. Jeremy, I understood when you were on your live, I was doing the same thing. All right. That's why I'm wearing a big old sweatshirt and a pair of sweatpants, because I was feeling my stomach muscles with bratwurst and potatoes earlier. Come on. Did you see the link, or do I need to put it in there again? Actually, Irene, I do not. I do have TubeBuddy, but I don't pay for it. I have the free version, and I don't use it for that. Kyle, how you doing, bud?
Yeesh. I gotta kill the sound here or something.
There you go. I can hear you now.
I forget that it's different. When you're in StreamYard and the chat, they don't sync up quite right.
Yeah. All right, G, you have a good evening, man. Take care. Thanks for coming in. Oh man. So what's been going on with you guys over there?
Not much. You said you're going fishing Wednesday. What are you going fishing for?
Mostly bass, but I'll probably take a fly rod and throw a popping bug for a brim.
Yeah.
We have a family pond. Matter of that fish right there.
Yeah.
That one came out of that pond.
Cool.
And
small pond, or is it 6 acres or something?
Probably about 10 or 12 acres.
Oh yeah, that's a big pond.
That's a small pond for me.
10 acres?
Yeah.
That's a big pond.
But hey, Mike's
around here, most people have like a half acre, and they say, "Look,
no, that's a watering hole." But it's a family pond, and many years ago, when it was first built, we stocked it. We were actually catching fish from different places and bringing them and releasing them.
Okay.
And we had a huge brim population. We actually stocked it from the state. But the bass have gotten so big because everybody catches and releases bass, and
Gotcha.
they got so big and so many of them that every now and then we'll go down there and we'll catch and keep even big fish, because we don't have hardly any brim anymore because of it. We had some. I mean,
Like
I
the
don't
high
want to say it on. I don't want to say it
10
on
inches
live, but it was. You
dinner
know what I'm
plate
saying?
size? Yeah.
They were bigger than dinner plate.
Wow.
They were some of the biggest bluegill I've ever seen in my life.
Wow. And they don't have no more. They just didn't do well. What? The bass were a problem? Or do you know?
The bass were just eating them. I mean, that fish there was 14 pounds, and I've caught 3 or 4 fish that size out of there.
Wow.
And I mean, so it's so we.
I wish I
had
access to a nice pond like that.
Oh, it's no outboard motors,
Right.
trolling motor or paddle only.
Sure.
And so I'm going. It was supposed to be me and my dad.
Okay.
But he called me today actually, and something came up and he can't go. So I was going to go paddle him around, but he's 76 years old, and I was going to go paddle him around, but he can't go. Something came up, so I'm going by myself.
Well, you're taking the GoPro, right?
Of course, I'm carrying all the cameras.
There you go.
I'll have the big camera there, and then I'll have GoPros positioned.
There you go.
I'll have one on my head. I'll have one hooked to the boat.
I'll tell y'all a little story. One of the funniest things that happened to me last year, and I didn't get it on camera, of course, and so that's why when I made that video about lessons learned from 2020, promise you not turning the camera on early enough, it cost me some awesome footage. It really did. But I had a day where I launched my boat and I was meeting somebody later. They couldn't make it until like an hour and a half later, right? But I'm anxious, right? I'm going to get to the lake and I'm going to get fishing, right? So I go by myself. I'm launching my boat by myself. And I pushed it off the trail a little bit too hard. I just have a small SUV, so launching my boat by myself can be a trick at times. So I shoved it a little bit too hard, and I'm holding on to the rope, and it's tugging me out of my car, right? So I jumped out. I jumped up on the dock, and I'm making my way to that first cleat, right? Gonna tie off the rope, and I look, and there my car's backing into the lake.
Ooh.
So I dropped the rope and I jumped down, and because it's all moss and algae and slimy, I slipped on my butt. Now the water is going into the car. I fly up in there and just hammered the gas and was lucky enough that the car drove up out of there, because I swear that it'd been another about 3 seconds. I think she'd have been swamped. I'd have been out of luck. But as I got it out of there. But when this was in the summertime, it's July, it's hot out, right? So I'm a little bit wet, but and the car is a little bit wet and a little bit smelly, but it's not the end of the world, right? And so I'm going back to the boat. I'm a little bit wet, but I'll dry off, and all I can think is, man, if I'd have had a camera going.
Oh yeah.
So,
all right. So how many of y'all, I mean, seriously, how many of y'all set up your camera as you're backing the boat in the water? You may do it every now and then. This duck season, We had like 2-3 days where it actually got below freezing.
Okay.
And I was meeting a guy at the landing, and he called me and says, "Hey, can you come by and pick me up?" Yes, it's on the way. So I went by, picked him up, went to the boat landing, and I was telling him, I said, "Listen, I've got the big camera already on a tripod. When we get out, I'm gonna just get the camera out and start filming me as I'm working on the boat." He goes, "Okay." So he gets it, sets it up, and "Are you filming?" "Yeah, I'm filming." So I'm fixing the boat to put it down in the water. I'm backing the boat down. That's this pretty steep ramp. And undoubtedly, my runners were wet from the day before and had gotten ice on them. And I already took the front rope off, and I tied the front rope to the trailer, bow rope to the trailer, but I didn't hook the strap. And I'm backing down, and I hear somebody yell, "Whoa." I thought it was my buddy. It was the guy loading the boat beside me. And he was off center of the ramp. I was straight, but all I heard was "whoa." So I hit the brake, and my boat flew off the back of the trailer onto the ramp. Bam! I mean,
oh damn!
It there was so much weight on the back of that boat, it actually ripped one of the U-bolts off the back runner.
Oh man!
Well, so we winched it back up, backed it down, put it in the water, and I'm like ecstatic. I'm like, "Man, this is gonna be great video." He goes, "Yeah, man, it's good. It's awesome. It was awesome."
He had the camera on, but he wasn't recording.
He didn't hit the record button. And because I didn't even pay attention. We went duck hunting. I had all the GoPros set up. I was using the big camera just for small things, and I'd put it away. And I really wasn't gonna, And then sure enough, I get home, and that was going to be the opening of that video. I had it in my head, and I hit. Where is it? He never hit record.
Wow.
Had a really cool deer encounter while I was duck hunting this year.
Oh yeah.
I was leaned up. I was by myself. I had GoPros set up everywhere, and I don't have a remote, so I have to physically turn them on. So I've got them running, and you're right, Tubby. It's hard to find good elk. So I hear something walking in the water behind me, and I turn around, and there's this big buck. I mean, a good 8, maybe 9 point wide. And he's walking in the water behind me, and he gets within 10 feet of me.
Wow.
And I thought the GoPros were catching it, and they had run out of battery.
Oh,
because I couldn't move to get the bigger camera. I couldn't get to my phone, because I was just frozen up on that tree. And yeah, if it ain't one thing, it's the life and times of YouTubers.
Well, and I mean it's tough because you've mentioned Brian G. Johnson, and he's a tremendous resource for any YouTuber. I promise you, he's probably forgotten more about YouTube than I'll ever know. But I always have to remember the perspective. He is a home studio filmer. So he spends hours and hours and hours on his dialogue, researching a subject. But it's all right there, self-contained. You and I, we're going out into the wild and turning our camera on, right? So it's we have days where we go out to film a video and not the wildlife don't quite. There's no duck around, there's no fish biting on the line, and you film an intro, and then at the end of the day, you're just like, well, that intro is no good because nothing happened. So for us, making a video isn't as just simple as go into our studio in our basement and and turn the camera on and do all that.
But I will tell you, I have a lot of subscribers, and some of these guys I've actually met at boat landings, and which is guys, if you've never had anybody who recognized you before, it is for me anyway, is a humbling experience. And I had this one guy, he came up to me and goes, "You're Matt, you're Daddy Duck." I said, "Yeah." Yeah. And he goes, "I love your videos, man." I said, "Well, I appreciate it." He goes, "I really do like you bring it. You're real about it. If you have a bad day, you had a bad day. And if you didn't shoot anything, you just didn't shoot anything."
Yep.
You know, but you can only put so many of those videos out there.
Right. I've not had anyone recognize me. I've had people see the camera and they'll be like, "Oh, do you have a channel?" So they ask about it. One thing that I am hoping to do is I know that you and Cody, you guys kind of revamped and did your logos. I have a design. I've been working on it. I've worked on it for about 3 months, and I've got it all but perfect. But the thing of it is I want to add a picture to it.
Right.
Be mine. Like in the past, well, heck, even the logo that I have on my YouTube channel right now, that's a picture that I just Googled, and I took it and I kind of customized it a little bit, you know, tweaked it a little bit so nobody could come at me and say, "Hey, you know, that's my design," or whatever. But in my like official logo, like going forward, you know, a year in the future, whatever, if I ever got into merchandising or whatever, it's got to be mine. It's got to be something I did, whatever. So
yeah.
I have to, my goal is to catch a muskie and then like with the mouth open or whatever, right at the camera looking right into the mouth full of teeth and everything. I'm going to take a picture of that straight on into a muskie's, you know, face full of teeth. And that's going to be the centerpiece for this new logo. And ultimately I'm going to add that as like a big sticker in the vehicle. Might put it on the boat, but you know, as I'm driving around town or go to the boat landing, whatever, people will instantly see that and recognize. I might add a little on YouTube at the bottom, you know what I mean? So that just people driving around see that, you know what I mean?
Well, I've got my older logo. I've got it on the back of my truck.
Okay.
I have one guy. I got it also on the back of my boat on the motor.
Okay.
And that's how one of the guys. I was pulling the boat up. I had put it on the trailer, just come back from hunting, and I pulled it up. And as I'm driving off the ramp, I heard heard two guys go, "That's Daddy Duck." I drove up and parked the boat, you know, parked the truck, and I was getting out tying the boat down, and it was all they could do to get over and talk to me. And it was humbling, man. It was funny. It was humbling. I ended up spending 2 hours just talking about ducks, you know, and stuff in general.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
You know, I'm just reading what Tubby said. Yeah, I think it was. He said, "Get out of the way, Tubby." Was he talking to you or your name, or was it your physique? Or you don't know? But yeah, man. I tell you, I had one hater. I've had a couple of haters, but one in particular, he was, you know, "You don't know what you're doing," da 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 da. You know, the typical hater stuff. And I you know what? I didn't even say anything back to him, but I was thinking to myself, dude, if you only knew what we go through in trying to get.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
No,
to go out and duck hunt is one thing. To go out and film a duck hunt is another.
It's something totally different.
Same thing for fishing, muskie fishing, bass fishing. It's if I go out to fish, that's one thing. If I go out to film it, that changes everything. And people don't understand that. They think it's the same. That's a really good point.
I had the pleasure of duck hunting with Phil Robinson, and many years ago. I've got pictures here to prove it if anybody wants to see them.
cool.
But
That's really cool.
They were actually filming while we were there, and we never saw the film. It never came up on any of the videos. Now you got to understand, this is prior to Duck Dynasty. This was Duck Commander DVDs that they were putting out.
Wow.
And they were filming, and I never saw them in any of the videos. And I'm like, well, I wonder what happened. And my dad, my dad being an outdoor writer, he called them and was getting some more information. He goes, hey, by the way, just out of curiosity, how'd that video turn out? And they were like, it was crap. It's just, we can't use it. And it's not because you were in the videos. It was the angles. It was the lighting. It was everything went wrong, could go wrong in that whole 3 days that we duck hunted with them.
Yeah.
And, you take a deer hunter. I mean, if you think that Mossy Oak or Primos goes out and shoots deer every time they go out and film it, you're crazy. Because,
absolutely not. Absolutely.
Because I guarantee you, what they shot this year, whatever they hunted this year won't go until next year's videos.
Right. And I mean, they try to keep it real. I've seen plenty of videos with Will, and he's saying, man, we can't even spell deer, so they're trying to, paint the picture that, hey, we've been out here 6 days in a row and we just ain't on them. And that happens. And, last year I didn't have the right equipment at all. So I filmed a deer, but you couldn't hardly see him. It just wasn't working, blah, 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 blah. I might have put one video up last year for deer hunting. And it was just kind of a compilation of a little bit of footage from several hunts that just barely made a video. Whereas this year I had a better camera, but man, learning it was tough. I'm not nothing against people that bait pile hunt. If it's legal, blah, 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 do your thing. No judgment here. But as far as a filming person, you got one little spot to point your camera. You can zoom it perfect. You can have it all situated and forget about it. No. Me, I'm 25 feet up in a tree. I got a screen this big. And I don't know if you've ever looked through the woods in a 3-inch screen. Every tree looks exactly the same. So when a deer is only 50 yards away, my naked eye sees him plain as day. And I'm fiddling with the camera going, why can't I get this bastard on the camera?
Oh, listen. Some of the teal hunts that we went on this year. Now we didn't do too well on the teal season this year, but I got a lot of footage of summer ducks flying. Of course those we couldn't shoot. And I can't tell you how much of that video that I took. I mean, it was a whole day of videoing ducks flying, and I got maybe 10 seconds of video that's usable. Because you're trying to track them, and you got a handheld camera, and you're trying to track them, and you're trying to zoom and zoom out, and you don't see nothing. Then all of a sudden you're too close. Those bigger channels, and a lot of the bigger channels, they've got somebody who's there who's filming.
Oh yeah, over the shoulder. And another thing that's really common that I'll notice, especially among the deer hunting channels, is the bigger ones. It's a team thing. They got 8, 10, 12 guys that are, that's their crew. I'm like, but that's their thing. If your channel is deer hunting 365, that's their thing. They're good.
Right.
You almost have to do that if you're going to try to make your deer hunting a year round, all the time, blah blah blah. As an individual, it's tough, and my hat's off to you. You're the same with the duck hunting. There's a season to duck hunting, so you're working to bring a lot more to it. The off season scouting and the boat rides through the swamp. That's awesome. But anything that's outdoors related, you can add that to your channel. And I think, remember being in a live with on Mo Homestead in her channel, and she made reference to Trapper Jay, and she talked about how he was expanding his channel and he wanted to do more outdoor stuff, but he felt like he kept losing his diehard trappers. subscribers when he would deviate and put up fishing stuff or chicken stuff or grouse stuff or all the different things he's got running around at his place. But at some point in time, he's kind of got to the point where he's like, I don't care. I'm just going to go forward and do what I want to do with the channel. If it's outdoors related, I'm going to apply.
Right.
And I think that's kind of the approach that we have to take. You know, if you're going to be an individual at this game, any opportunity that you have to put up outdoors related content, you certainly should.
Hey, Kennedy crew, welcome to the channel. Thanks for coming in. Hit that thumbs up for me if you don't mind. I appreciate it. We're just sitting there chatting about anything and everything right now. But yeah, you know, Cody has talked, because I really wanted to stick with that one specific duck hunting niche. I just wanted to stay right there. And Cody has actually taught me into doing some more stuff, you know, and I did. I've done a few other little things, and you know, as long as it's, and I'm trying to keep it outdoors, but yet still have my duck hunting stuff when I need it, you know.
Absolutely. And you can, there's different, I don't know if you've already done this, to watch most of your stuff, but like a recipe, a cooking, I've never even cooked a duck. I don't even know if I've ever eaten duck, but you could present that. I'll give you an example. Tom Celtic. He's done some rabbit hunting videos.
Yep.
I used to hunt rabbits, and I have cooked and prepared rabbit about 5 different times, and I have never prepared it in a way that I was like, now that's good eats. It's always just kind of been like, meh, kind of bland.
Yeah.
Well, he did a recipe episode where he, I can't even remember how he did it. He prepared it completely different.
Fried rabbit?
Say it again?
Was it the fried rabbit?
No, it was something complete. It was out of the box type of a dish.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, nah, see, I would have never thought of that. But that's a good example of somebody deviating. Had he not done that recipe on rabbit, I might be the outdoorsman over here thinking I'm never going to hunt rabbit again because the few times I cooked it, it wasn't very good. But I see something on YouTube from my friend Tom, and it opens my mind. You know what I mean? So you can do that too. If it's cooking, well, that's not outdoors related. But if you're cooking wild game, it certainly is.
Yeah. Well, I've done some cooking videos. I've done a couple of ducks. I've done some fish. I did one where a low country shrimp bowl. Now, granted, they weren't. I mean, they're wild shrimp, but somebody else caught them. I didn't go out and catch them, but you know, duck à l'orange. I have cooked that. Irene, that brings back a memory. When me and my wife first started dating in high school,
duck à l'orange.
I went over to their house with some ducks that I had shot, and I actually prepared that duck à l'orange, prepared that meal for her and her family.
Wow.
And I think I was about 17 or 18 years old when I did that. I brought back a memory, Irene. Just let you know.
Irene, the rabbit bites, that might have been it that Tom did. That kind of rings a bell. That might have been it.
But oh man, that was a memory. Because I actually zested the oranges, made an orange sauce. Oh yeah. it's 17, 18 years old.
Wow. Chef Matt.
Oh, well, see, that's another thing. See, I grew up in a restaurant family.
Okay.
My granddad was chef and owner of a restaurant here in town. And my dad has written 3 cookbooks.
Okay.
And I have, you know, when I was some of my influences in those cookbooks, things that I had suggested.
Very cool.
Let's see here. Backwards Barbarian, Daddy Duck 365. Not only as a friend and fellow content creator, but as a fan, I would love to see you doing other stuff as well. All right, so there we go.
He's going bass fishing. He's going to show us some big bass from the family pond.
Oh yeah, and be putting them in the live stream and watching that shiner guy have a conniption fit.
He's going to do a bass fishing, catch and cook, and drive Rob nuts.
Exactly. Oh, but yeah, I got a couple other things. I got some ideas. I mean, I've got a notepad over here, yellow, one of the yellow notebooks, and it's full of ideas. I mean, absolutely full of stuff. And I usually try to go in there, and if I'm not going outside, you know, going in the woods or doing something. How big are these bass? All right, Jeremy, you see, where is it? That one right there. That is a 14-pound, 13-ounce bass that I caught in the family pond. I've caught 3 others in the 10 and 12-pound range out of that pond that have been released. I did a video last spring or maybe summer, and it's in there somewhere where I caught one that was 7 or 8 pounds. The other one was 6 pounds. So
I need to come down there and do some fishing with you, man. My goodness.
I will catch. I mean, unless the
next time your dad can't go, fire me a note on Instagram or something and say, "Are you free off work that day?" Shoot, I'll come down.
All right, Tubby's leaving. Take care, Tubby. Take care of yourself, man. Thanks for coming in.
Good to see you, Tubby.
But yeah, I mean, the first time that we were allowed to fish that pond was they opened it up in January, and this was many years ago. Now you got to understand, we built the pond, we stocked it, they left it alone for several years.
Right.
Wouldn't let anybody fish it. We were just getting it established. And it was a January when they opened it up. And of course it was duck season. And you know, I'm not fishing during duck season.
Right.
It's not going to happen.
Right.
So it was like mid-February when we were able to get, and we were the first people on the pond. And we knew that there was some bass in there. We knew there was a lot of brim in there because they had stocked the brim. Right. I had a fly rod. That's all I had was a fly rod with some popping bugs, and I wanted to catch some brim. Hey, Unpaid, how you doing, John? I ended up catching 12 bass out of that pond that went anywhere from 6 to 10 pounds. Wow. On a fly rod on a popping bug, and then we knew. You know, because see, back then we couldn't keep the bass. You know, there was a, you know, you can keep all the brim you want, but you couldn't keep any bass. And so yeah, there's a lot of good fish in that pond. It's
wow.
And I fish 2 baits. I'll fish a Zara spook top water, and I'll fish a worm. That's it. That's it. And I won't Texas rig it. I won't Carolina rig it. I usually throw a Cinco, bare hook Cinco, and that's the only 2 baits I'll fish. But yet in the bottom of my boat, I've got this tackle bag that's as big as the boat. You know, it's sitting between my legs. You know, but there's no catfish that we know of.
The big fish is more to one or the other, the spook or the worm.
Every big fish
8 and up.
This one was there a spook,
like 8 pounds and up. you get more of those on the worm or the spook?
On a Zara spook.
The spook.
It's a big it's a big fish bait, and I love top water. I would rather fish. I would rather fish top water than anything else. The only time I actually go to a worm is when the sun hits the pond. I'll go to the worm, and even then, you have a hard time getting me to stop fishing top water. I'll fish top water all day.
It's still cloud cover, just hot. The sun gets high in the sky, and it's just a bright sunny day, and the fish.
And I'll still fish top water. I'll still fish it, and I'll catch fish. I fished the last bass tournament I ever fished was about 15, 20 years ago. And the boy I was fishing with, he caught more fish, but it was my fish that won the tournament. And I never left the top water bait. I stayed on top water the whole time.
So he caught
the whole time.
Volume, but you caught the big one.
I caught the fish that won the tournament. Unpaved Explorer, I have fished a jitterbug. I have fished the Whopper Ploppers. I have fished Rebel Pop R's. I have fished every. Hey, Mike, how you doing, buddy? I have fished every top water bait I think that's out there, and I will go back to a Zara spook each and every time, and it's because I have so much confidence in it.
Right.
And that's where I have so much confidence in it that even if I make a bad cast, I know that because of the underwater structure, I can work that bait and still catch fish. And
you don't have to worry about it hanging up on something.
Nope. Unless I'm fishing heavy grass or, emergent grass. And then if I'm fishing emergent grass, and I'll fish a frog. Sure. If it's a heavy lily pad, I'll fish a frog or a floating worm. But if this pond, this time of year, there's no emergent vegetation.
Right.
There's vegetation underwater, but nothing emergent. And I may only have 8 inches of water before I hit vegetation, but I know those holes, and I'll walk it right across them holes. And it's like, oh my goodness.
Nice.
Oh yeah, you're right, Jeremy. It's a lot of people. I don't. It's that walk the dog action. I think it just drives them absolutely crazy. Oh man. So what else is going on, Bubba? Anything?
That's all I got.
So you. Oh. Yeah. I got to work tomorrow, so it's going to be and knowing that I'm going fishing Wednesday, the highs are supposed to be in the 70s, lows in the 40s. Tuesday night, lows in the 40s, highs in the 70s.
The weather
little to no wind. Nice. It's little to no wind. I get that little Geno boat with that little trolling motor, and I'm going to wear their butts out. I know it.
Absolutely.
Well, Mike's saying he caught a 6-pound bass yesterday on a beetle spin.
Wow.
The old beetle spin.
Good job, Mike. Yeah, sometimes early in the year before that water warms up, they'll take those smaller baits. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, I'm going to hit it by myself. I almost broke my heart. Daddy, he was like, well, I can't go. Something's come up, da-da-da-da-da. And I said, okay.
Right.
Give me Marion's phone number. I lost his phone number. He's the actual owner of the pond. and in the family. And I said, "Give me Mallory's phone number. I've lost it." Why? Well, just because you can't go fishing don't mean I can't. It took me an hour to get that number from him.
Cool. Well, hey, I'm gonna pop off and see if anybody else wants to pop up on panel with you.
All right. Anybody else? Anybody else want to come up for a few minutes? Well, I appreciate it there, Kyle. Appreciate you coming up. He popped off quick. It's thrown up there, bud. All you gotta do is click it. Hey, not a problem, Bubba. Oh, man, oh, man. It was a little chilly in here a little while ago. I'm going to have to get rid of this sweat jacket. That ought to get a few views. Jeremy, did you see the link? I threw it up there. Hang on. Midwest Duck Slayer, what's going on, buddy? There's Jeremy. Let's see if we can get him. He's playing a circle right now. You gotta move the camera over a little bit, Jeremy.
Wait a minute. What? Stuff is settling. There we go. Better. There we go.
All I'm seeing is your fly tying rig.
What's going on, guys?
What's going on?
That's all you need to see.
That's all I need to see? All right. Midwest, how you doing?
That is all you need to see, man.
How are you, sir? Thanks for having me. Man.
Not a problem. I didn't even see you come in the chat, man. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I snuck right in like one of them spring ducks.
Oh, I hear you.
Let's see.
Oh, let's see here. What's going on? I'm trying to catch up with Chad. Duck Ninja. You making more jigs, Jeremy?
Yeah, there you go.
I saw that man. One that he did. I saw that one that he did the other day. He wrapped it in red. He had the green feather on the top, white on the bottom. It looked like a real winner. It was nice.
Yeah.
Nice jig.
I try to make them all winners. Try to make them all winners. Cool. Every one of them.
Then he, I guess he sealed it.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Do appreciate it.
Sealed it in the glue. He had some kind of sealer he put on the string there. like just basically like how it's made.
Yeah, I got.
That was pretty cool.
It is flyhead cement. So
Yeah, that's what
I
he called it.
appreciate it. Appreciate you
Cement.
checking it out.
Yeah, I saw that video. That was a good video. Lots of trimming.
Yeah. It is a lot. So, I do appreciate you checking it out.
No, it was cool. I never seen how that was made.
I need to get
Y'all go ahead.
I actually learned from YouTube. I'm sorry. Yeah, I learned.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead, Jim. From YouTube. And
yeah, that was cool.
I'm not getting no echo. I'm not getting no echo back or nothing, am I? I'm trying to use the earphones and whatnot to keep from getting echo. I know for some reason I've been having issues on going on people's streams and it having the echo. So, anyways,
no, you're. There's a
but I
little
appreciate
lag. There's a little lag, but that's about it. Mike, you take care of yourself, buddy. Go catch some crappie tomorrow.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, go get them, brother.
Yeah, I'm only going to be home. I think we're going to go about another 15 or so minutes, and then I'm going to call it a night. I got to get up again early in the morning and go to work. But Midwest, tell me what's going on in your world, man.
Oh, well, work, man. We had a very cold winter and very little sprinkler breaks. Lots of water main breaks. You know, it got hot, it got cold. Hot, it got cold. It made for some long days.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, no doubt.
Now I gotta get my duck blind. I gotta get my duck blind out of the water before the river comes up. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose that one too.
Ooh, yeah, that is no good.
They're talking maybe 3 inches of rain this weekend. I should have been out there last weekend, take that apart and get it down. I got to get an oil change. I'm probably going to lose that one. That river's going to come up.
Well, hopefully not.
But, you know, whatever. It is every year. It's the same. It's the same thing, man. You know, it's the same thing. So, I don't know. It's been good times. Nothing positive really about 2020 year.
For sure.
So I went ahead and I bought the Ducks Unlimited handgun of the year, and I went ahead and I bought the shotgun Ducks Unlimited 2020 shotgun of the year.
Well, that's positive.
Yeah, that's all I got. I mean, that's it. That's the best thing about it.
Yeah, no kidding.
I got an A400 out of the deal and a M9A3.
That sounds like you come out to the good.
You had a good year, man.
I mean, it cost me money, though. It wasn't free. I had to buy it.
I mean,
I got
you really
something to
count
show.
that as costing money?
I got something to show for it.
Yeah, see?
I took that.
You can't count firearm purchases.
I didn't want to do it, you know, but I wanted something positive to show about it. And on my birthday, I took that Ducks Unlimited 2020 gun of the year out to the blind, and it was so nice that I felt bad it got rained on. Like I really regretted even taking it out. You know, it's like
I only buy the guns that I know that I can. The only guns that I get, and when I do get a new one, is something I know because I duck hunt so much. I'm in the mud, the water, that I won't take a nice gun out. I just won't do it.
No. This is
Remind me again. What state are you in?
I'm in Missouri, but I hunt Illinois.
In Missouri, okay.
But I hunt Illinois.
Oh, okay.
I hunt. Yeah, we got property in Pike County, Illinois.
Okay.
And I hunt that Illinois.
Yeah, that whole area. I mean, y'all have had a rough winter. Oh,
I thought it was me. So I'm gonna buy an A5. I didn't know it was a bad year. I just thought it was my gun. I don't know.
No.
I was gonna buy another gun. I don't know. Maybe that would help me. I don't
like
know.
that logic.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the A5. I'm gonna run an A5 this year, the Browning. I haven't picked the color out yet, but that's my plan. And maybe that will help me out. I don't know.
Well, you can't never go wrong with a black gun.
But no, I mean honestly, this year, nobody could hunt public land. They had no blind draws. They canceled everything. So a lot more people showed up on the river than I've ever seen before. And none of them were friendly. They wouldn't wave. Yeah. They wouldn't talk about how their day went. It was just weird, man. And I never experienced that before in my life. I had people where I'm at, there's a slough, and it's not even a slough. Barges roll through the middle of two islands. Mm-hmm. And these people, they were set up on the left. They were set up on the right side of the island. And I'd never seen them before in my life. And I've been hunting that for 8 years. Yeah. You know, and it was crazy. Yeah. It was the first time in my life that they were I was getting, how do I say this? Steel was falling on my blind when I'm in a private spot. I felt like I was at a public spot. And it was just weird, man. It was just crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
I had some friends that were telling me the same thing, that certain states were closing all the public lands down, and when that happens, they're gonna start traveling to other places, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys, you know, especially when you're in an area that's maybe not as large. I mean, it may be large to you, but they don't know where to go, so they're setting up on, and they end up getting too close.
Yeah, the closest boat ramp. The closest boat ramp that they could get in, they were doing it. And a lot of the really successful duck hunters this year actually dug holes and hunted out of the ground.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And cornfields, bean fields, rice fields. They did good, but it cost them a lot of money to get in that position.
Yeah.
It was just
they were leasing the fields out and putting in pit blinds.
Yeah, exactly. It was I can't afford that, so I was just doing what I do, you know.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't great.
Well, it was definitely a bad year across the board. I mean, guys I've talked to across the country. I mean, everybody had a bad year.
So I don't know if it was a migration issue, low water, high water. I don't know.
What was you know, a lot of people say, well, we had the weather. Well, the weather came from the west when it should have normally comes from the, you know, prevailing winds come from the northeast, or northwest. And majority of the weather that we got came from west to southwest. And that's a reverse of what ducks normally see. So the migration was messed up from that, plus the other migration issues. And then, like you said, I mean, I had the same issues with 2 weeks before the season, I had no water. And then during the season, I had way too much water due to all the rain issues. But, you know, that's what, you know, that's what separates the men from the boys sometimes. You know, you just got to keep plugging along and see what you can do.
No, everything was a little too far away. On the other, there's something on the other side of the river that they really like, because in the morning that's where they were coming up from. And then I noticed throughout the morning everything was really high, like it was just untouchable. It was nothing was low, nothing was circling. Everything was really on the move, like they were being shot at from really far away all day long. They did not want to land until the sun went down. It was crazy.
Yeah. Well, guys, we coming up. Oh, Jeremy's gone. I'm going to call. I've been here for 2 hours and almost 15 minutes. And I have got to get up. I got to be on the road about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going to have to call this a night. But Midwest, I appreciate. I don't even think I know your first name, buddy.
Oh, my name's Joe.
Joe, I'm so sorry, man. So
no big deal.
Joe, appreciate you coming in. And Jeremy's hitting wrong buttons, and Geo Bushcraft has fat fingers. Everybody's having issues tonight. But I appreciate you coming in, and the rest of you guys that are in the chat, I appreciate y'all coming in tonight. I really do. Y'all make my Monday nights. I'm telling you. Each and every one of you. I appreciate each and every one of you. But I'm going to go ahead and call this a night tonight. I got to go get in bed so I can wake up early and go to work. But Jeremy's got fat fingers as well. Yeah, I got some stubs here too, buddy. But anyway, just want to give everybody a good night. And again, pray for Jay at the Binknell Bunch. If you didn't hear, he had a large pipe fall on him today, hit him in the head, messed up his arm a little bit. He's in the, last time I heard, he's still in the hospital waiting on x-rays and a CT scan. So I won't know more probably until tomorrow sometime on how he's doing. But if y'all give him some prayers, I sure would appreciate it. But anyway, y'all have a great night. Living Minnesota is live. Okay. Yeah, all right, let's do a quick raid over to Living MN. So we'll call this a night, and let's do a Daddy Duck 365 raid, Living Minnesota. Okay. All right. We will see y'all next time on Daddy Duck 365.